Hi guys, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another travel diaries, and we're going to try and make this a bit of a one take because honestly I forgot to film it. Well, I didn't forget to film it. I have been planning to film this for like 2 weeks and I've just been so sidetracked because there's so many things going on and there's a last minute trip that's just come up and there's a lot of different things that are just happening. So last month was the beginning of a pretty chaotic couple of months. So May, well, in fact, April was probably the beginning of that when I did LA and Coachella. If you want to know more about that, obviously go back and watch the May travel diaries. But that was like the beginning of the chaos. And then May was 2 trips pretty much back to back, but one was in the UK. And then I have literally been home for a week and no, 2 weeks I've been home and now I'm off again. And then we'll get into that in a minute. So May was a really fun month. I went to Cambridge with James for 48 hours and that was a really fun trip. So we stayed at a hotel called the University Arms, which is one of the best hotels in Cambridge, I hear. And it was so stunning. It was very like well decorated and all of the rooms were beautifully done. The whole like just everything about the hotel was stunning, and we stayed in one of the terrace rooms, which meant that we had like this cute little terrace outside and it was on the top floor of the hotel, so we had this beautiful terrace overlooking the park and it was so stunning. Like it was literally the nicest little mini break. We tried to do as many things as we could while we were there, so if you want to know what we got up to, obviously go check out the vlog. I put literally everything that we did into that vlog. I put in all the pictures, all the videos, everything. So to give you a bit of a summary, we went to things like the King's College, we worked with Visit Cambridge, so we actually ended up going punting with, I think it's called Scudamores. I want to say it's Scudamores, and we had like a private little punt down the river that was really lovely. And actually it was raining most of the time we were there, but while we were doing the punting it was really sunny, which was so nice. We went to the top of St Mary's Tower, which don't recommend if you are very tall. James did struggle to get up the little tower. I'll put a little clip on the screen so you can see me going through the door and stuff. And bear in mind, James is a foot and an inch taller than me. Like he is literally, well, actually more so. He's 6'6", 6'7". I'm 5'3". So he's actually like a foot and 3 or 4 inches. I'm getting this so wrong. But anyway, he's very tall, so he struggled because it was like a really small, like windy little tower. But that was really lovely. And then we went to Fitzbilly's and got Chelsea buns, which I'm still dreaming about now. They were so good. We went to Parker's Tavern for dinner, which is inside the University Arms. Basically, there's so much. I will let you watch the vlog if you want to know all the details, because in the description of that vlog, I've put everywhere that we ate, everywhere we went, everywhere I stayed, like all that kind of stuff. So if you want the full details, but it was a really lovely little mini staycation, and it's quite nice to just be able to go away for a night in England and just feel like you're somewhere different and relax, but you're actually not going very far, like it's only about an hour down the motorway. And then the other big trip of May is the vlog that just went up, and it was Mauritius, which was a bucket list destination for me, not gonna lie. It's somewhere I have always wanted to go for as long as I can remember. Higher than the Maldives, actually. I've always wanted to go there. And I went for a week. We went on the we went on this Monday and got back on the Saturday, I think. My days are merging into one, but something like that. So we had an early morning flight on Monday. No, did we? I can't remember. I think we had an overnight flight. I'm now getting very confused. We had an overnight flight. So we got to the airport Monday afternoon and we had an overnight flight, and it was a 12-hour flight. So we landed on Monday morning and then kind of started everything. But we were very kindly upgraded to business class, which was so lovely. So we flew with Air Mauritius and we had a lovely little business class experience. So we all had our little champagne and we had a chat over the seats, and I watched a lot of Ozark, which I've not finished yet, so no spoilers please. I've still got 2 episodes left. So I watched Ozark, I watched Encanto, I had a really nice meal. I slept 10 hours of that flight, which I'm kind of annoyed about because I could have made more use of that time. Like I'm in an amazing business class seat, but I wanted to make the most of being able to go to sleep because I knew we had a jam-packed week. So when we got to Mauritius, we stayed at Long Beach, which is a really gorgeous 5-star resort on the, I think, east of the island. I want to say we started on the east side and we ended on the west side, but I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure it was the east side, which is known as being a little bit more windy. But Long Beach was beautiful. It's a really lovely resort, loads of different restaurants there, loads of different like mini beaches and stuff around. So multiple places that you can relax, and there's also a couple of pools and stuff, including adults only. And they do let kids come, and it looked like quite a good place for kids as well. So they had like a teen club and a kids club. But it was a really beautiful resort. That was where we stayed for the first couple of nights, and then we actually moved over to the west side of the island to the Oberoi. So it was quite nice because when we were at Long Beach we had unreal sunrises, and we did things like sunrise kayaking and stuff at the hotel, so we got the most of those views. And then when we went over to the Oberoi, we got just the most incredible sunsets, and our last night's sunset was honestly, like, I'm gonna get onto it in a second, but I think it's a memory that's going to stick with me forever because it was so magical. And the Oberoi resort is again also a 5-star, slightly different type of resort. So like the whole like aesthetic of the resort is a little bit different, but again you've got the private beaches and the private pools. And I'm not 100% sure, but we didn't see any other kids. I am a child inside, but I'm not a child. We didn't see any kids when we were there, but both equally beautiful, stunning restaurants. And we actually had dinner on the beach on our last night at the was it the last night at the Oberoi? Well, our last like full evening at the Oberoi, we had dinner on the beach, and it was just magical. Like, me and the girls were stargazing, and we were just like having the funniest conversations. Like, it was the best week with the best group of girls, and I honestly just couldn't have picked a better bunch to go with. They were so fun. And Mauritius as an island is so stunning. And to be completely honest with you, I always thought Mauritius was very like beachy, lots of beaches, lots of relaxing, lots of clear sea, white sand. But there's also a lot of culture there, and I quite liked being able to explore the cultural side of it. So if you wanted to check out the full video of where we went, obviously go back on my channel because it's all there. But we went to a Hindu temple that was beautiful. It was all like bright colours, stunning temple. We visited a couple of random places like Chateau de la Bourdonnais. We went to Seven Coloured Earth, which is like this cool, like, it's like a sand mound, but the rain has reacted with the different like not chemicals in the sand, the different, go back and watch the video, guys. I'm doing this as a one take, so we're just gonna keep in all of the rambles. But we went to Rochester Falls, which is a beautiful waterfall. Rochester Falls is actually where we got stuff like this in terms of like pictures and things, and it's so funny because we were laughing that all of the content of us in the waterfall looked so peaceful and beautiful and relaxing and calm, and it was the absolute complete opposite. Like, we were absolutely cracking up because all of like underneath the water was stones, but obviously where it's like stones underwater, they're a little bit slippy sometimes, and they weren't all like completely in place. Some of them were really wobbly, and the current was kind of strong, like not strong enough to like knock you over, but it was quite strong. And we're all like stood on the rocks trying to get these pictures and like posing and like getting all these angles and stuff, like trying to be cute. But you can see in some of the clips that like every now and then we're like, oh, falling in. And we tried to do this cute, like, let's like go in the sea and like swim away. Like, we'll get in the water and swim away. And it was chaos. Like, we were all just absolutely creasing up. And I wish that you could hear us in the video because all you can hear is the waterfall. But we were just like belly laughing the whole time. So that was really, really fun. And what else did we do that I really loved? That was one of my favourites. We went to Île aux Cerfs on the first day, which is a beautiful, it's like a little mini island. So you get a little boat over from some of the resorts, and there's no place to stay on there or anything, but they have a golf resort on there. So a golf like course. And there's various like restaurants and stuff, and it's just basically a place to relax, which is great. So we spent an afternoon relaxing there and did like various other bits and pieces, but I'm gonna let you watch the vlog because the vlog is where it's at. And then, yeah, I've only been back for 2 weeks, and that was just such an amazing trip. And I had so many pictures that I'm still posting them now because it was unreal, and I loved every second, and I'm so grateful to have been. So thank you so much to the Mauritius Tourist Board for that one because it was just unreal. And then this month is a busy one, actually. There's quite a lot going on, but this month and next month like feeds into one big blur in my mind. So this month is a very, very busy one. So I've got 2 trips, but they're 2 that are kind of like back to back, and they're both really fun ones, and one is very important and very special. So the first trip that I'm going on this month is to Croatia, which is where I'm actually going this Friday, and I'm gonna be there for a week. I'm heading out with the Croatian tourist board, which is a very last minute trip. We only got the flights confirmed like 2 days ago and we don't have an itinerary or anything yet. So it's very, very last minute, which is kind of what I like. And I'm basically going to be going from Split down to Dubrovnik on a boat, which if you have followed me a long time, which I know some of you have, about 5 or 6 years ago, no, it would have been 5 years ago because I turned 25 when I was there. I worked on the boats in Croatia. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever done in terms of like just being out in Croatia, being on the water and just having the most fun summer with a group of friends who I still speak to now. Like it was just so fun. I have to admit, wouldn't do it again because the actual like work side of it was a bit chaotic. Like it wasn't what it should have been basically for me. But it was really good fun and I really loved it. I was basically out there as a photographer and it was just really, really good fun and I loved it. But this trip is obviously going to be on a boat again, as I say, but we're going to be on a bigger boat. So it's like a kind of, not a super yacht per se, because it's not one of those like massively lavish, beautiful ones with just us on, but it is quite a big yacht. And I think it holds like 40-ish people. But we're going out, me and my friend Lauren, who I went to LA with, the PR, and then there's like 4 or 6 other girls from different countries. So it's quite a nice little group and it's going to be really fun, but I don't really know what we're doing yet because, as I say, I don't have the itinerary, but I know it's going to be a very good time and I'm probably going to love it. It's going to be quite nice to be back there as well because I've got so many memories in all these different places, and I think being back there is just going to be special because I actually went back a couple of years ago with my friend Carrie and her boyfriend Henry, who is also my friend, but she's more so my friend. And I went on a boat with them and it was really fun, but that's going to be really good. And I cannot wait to just be back in the sun, back in the sea, back in like one of my favorite places. And honestly, like the food in Croatia, I was just like obsessed with when I was there, so can't wait to get back to that as well. And then the other trip is about a week later and I'm heading to Mykonos for one of my best friends Jay's bachelorette. So you will have seen Jay in my Paris video and my Tenerife video, and she kind of pops up every now and then, like I see her quite a lot. But she's getting married at the beginning of July and we're having a big bachelorette weekend for her in Mykonos. It's going to be a great group of girls. It's going to be the most fun weekend, and I've never done like a really big girls trip before, so it's going to be nice to do a big girls trip that's not for work. So I'm not sure if there will be a vlog or anything because honestly I just don't know if I'm going to do one. But I am thinking that I'm going to try and either do like a montagey type of thing just for the memories, or it will just be in the travel diaries and I'll share loads of pictures and videos with you. So that's going to be really, really fun. But honestly, I feel like there's just so many trips coming up and so many things. Like for the rest of June, I'm only in the country for I think 10 days. So James is obviously going to be here on his own and like the house is just going to be his for a bit, and it's going to be so nice for him to have the house to himself, but also it's going to be chaos for me, and trying to make sure that all the videos are uploaded on time and all the content is there and all my ads are being done and all that kind of thing is just going to be a bit chaotic. But I am so excited to be away and to be in the sun and just to celebrate my friend's wedding and marriage with her. Like it's going to be so amazing. So that's where I'm going this month and where I went last month. This was a very quick video and I've spoken very fast, but I just wanted to kind of get it all out and just say where I'm going and say what I'm doing. And you guys know from previous travel diaries, the whole point of these is that I just kind of reel it off, we have a chat, you feel like you're sat in the room with me and like we're just having a natter about my trips and stuff. And it's kind of like when I started these the first time, it was more so to be like, this is where I'm going, this is where I've been. And it was kind of in the way that like I speak to my family because they keep up with me a lot through YouTube. And it was kind of like me just almost letting them know what I'm doing, and it just became a thing and I really like it. So yeah, hopefully you liked this video, guys. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, subscribe, hit the notification bell for more from me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.